Everybody in life is so busy, and a lot of people are working extremely hard and they're constantly moving, but what they're actually doing is revolving in circles. People will always say, if I just could get my stuff together, I could be better. And most people have a list of stuff that they really believe they could be great at, but they don't get to do. So this is a chance of giving you those 10 days of time and space to really get that stuff together.
In 2005, Alan Kearns travelled to Zambia to offer his skills as a young, recently qualified physiotherapist. Since his first visit, Alan's association with the Irish Nuns has inspired the former All-Ireland winning Gaelic player to do more for those in need in Zambia. Funds were raised, schools and facilities have been built, and over time Alan has come to realise that Zambia is much more than a place in need. Rather, it's a place that can offer so much to the volunteer. The people of Zambia have an indelible spirit and an outlook on life that has inspired Alan's latest project. A programme that will enable not just the local, but the visitor too. A discovery coaching programme.
My name is Mark Gantley. I am the Managing Director of HP in Galway, and each year the employees of HP choose a Charity of the Year. At the end of the year, Hewlett Packard match what the employees raise. In this particular situation, I had a great opportunity not just to help raise funds, but to see actually how those funds are used. And that's why I ended up travelling with Alan and the group to Zambia in November 2011.
Over 10 days, participants will immerse themselves in local voluntary endeavours, helping out on community projects, participating in workshops and training, passing on skills, empowering change. But the programme isn't just about giving, it's also about receiving.
Well, you're looking pretty good with them on anyway.
Or more accurately, about learning. Under the guidance of life coach and mentor Jerry Hussey,
Very good.
the volunteers who travel to Zambia will learn not just about the country they're visiting, but rather will find sustenance and knowledge in their own being.
I used to be involved in a number of different charities, and a few years ago I got involved with Alan simply because he believes in the idea that people should be empowered and enabled to do things for themselves. Sports psychology or sports coaching, it's as simple as that. You're enabling people to move from an area of ability to a greater level of ability. So if I'm coaching athletes at the moment, be they Olympic champions or world champions, or I'm in a corporate setting doing executive coaching, it's as simple as that. You're getting people to utilise skills and abilities and resources quicker and sharper to produce a better outcome.
It's actually quite encouraging to know that you can strip everything away, your life here, the trappings in terms of job, whatever else, and actually go out just as yourself, strip back to the core and function.
It's back to basics, and in some ways it brings you back to your childhood. And we all know when you're 5, 6 years of age, everything is possible. So really this is a chance to revisit that childhood, spark an imagination and uncover what success is for you in your life. And I think once you have that, then we'll coach that person to come up with an action plan to transform their life as it is right now into the life that they want it to be.
Sharing is more than a charitable event. It's a liberating experience. Workshops and practices have been devised to find hidden skills and talents, to prioritise the important, and to realise the strength and power of oneself.
The location, the poverty, the challenges have a huge impact on you. We arrived the first day in Kioma, and all the children came out and sang a song for us, and it was all very happy. We had dinner that evening. We got up the next morning and we went over to visit the kids in the orphanage, and a man had just walked in. He'd walked 100 kilometres with a child. The child was 3 days old. The mother had died in childbirth. She had AIDS. I suspect the father had AIDS as well. He had, I think, 6 or 7 children. He couldn't look after this baby. So he walked 100 kilometres to leave the baby at the orphanage. And he was fed, and I suspect he walked the 100 kilometres back. And that was the first morning that we were there.
Some of the workshops we do are at the base of Victoria's Falls, on the banks of the most amazing rivers. People at the end of the 10 days were beginning to think differently about themselves, about their life, about what normal was. It was just getting the noise out of their head for 10 days.
Jerry's wealth of experience as an internationally successful sports psychologist will enable the participants to discover inner truths and to realise private ambitions and goals.
It's not about saying that, well, we help the poor people out, we built a few houses or a school or whatever else. And all that's valuable, it's very necessary. But in terms of the real value to me, I felt probably a greater sense of who I was at the absolute core. That actually is of huge value because it strips you back to who you are. So just the feeling that you couldn't have been any happier coming back, any more peaceful, that was quite powerful.
It's a liberating exercise, a space to grow that can be realised against the backdrop of one of the world's most dramatic landscapes. This is a novel way to teach and be taught, to give and to receive, to search